This is the plaintiff, Brenda Nelson. She says she went to the defendant's business to get her rim repaired because she hit a snowbank and cracked it. When she got the car back, she noticed the defendant switched tires on her. That's right. He put a different tire on her car, which doesn't match with the other three originals. He can't find the matching tire, has offered to sell her one at a 50% discount, which is ludicrous. And she's suing him for the $263.83 she's now owed. This is the defendant, Richard Jones. He says the cracked rim put a hole in the plaintiff's tire and he had to replace it because it wouldn't hold air. He found a tire and put it on the car as a courtesy. He didn't charge her for it. Now the woman's suing him because she doesn't like that it's not the same brand? Come on, lady. He's happy to match her tire for her, but she needs to pay for it. He's accused of being flat with a customer.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff hit a snowbank, ruined the rim, took it to the defendant who put on a wonky tire. But the defendant says he went above and beyond. It's the case of sick and tire.
Brenda and Julius Nelson, represented here by Brenda?
Yes.
Okay. You are suing RV Pit Stop LLC, represented here by its owner, Richard Jones, correct? Yes. Okay. For $263.83, a cost to buy a new Firestone tire that, according to you, he lost, I guess. All right. So let's hear it. What happened?
I was losing air on the right tire, so I never been to the gentleman's shop. So I went there. I thought.
Did you know why you were losing air?
No, I just would put air in it every so often. So I went to his shop, and he had a mechanic pull.
But you had previously hit a snowbank?
Yes. The air was coming out the tire.
Okay.
And so I took it. I said, maybe I ran over something, Your Honor.
Okay, after the snowbank.
Yes, after the snowbank, after that. So I took it to him, and so when he pulled the tire, he called me into the room, and he said that the rim was cracked in the inside of the tire. He showed me a crack. He said he had to send it out to be welded.
All right. Did he say anything about you needing a new actual tire?
No, ma'am.
He just said the rim needed a repair, and it was going to be only how much, $80?
Yeah, he charged me $80,
Okay.
and he had to send it out.
Okay. So
And
then what happens?
I came back that Monday. The first time I came back, the rim wasn't back. So I came back later that day. The rim, the guy was bringing the rim in. So as they went in there and put the tire on, I got out the car and I looked, and I told him, that's not my tire.
How did you know it wasn't your
Because, Your Honor, I just bought the car. I haven't had the car a year. It'll be a year next month, the 19th. So, and plus I just had it, you know, the wheels aligned. So I knew all my tires, and I cleaned my own car myself. So I knew my car.
But what made you look at it and realize it wasn't your tire?
As soon as he put the tire on, I said, that's a Uniroyal. I have Firestone.
Okay, because you saw that it was a Uniroyal and you know you had 4 Firestones.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And when you said that to him, what did he say?
He started telling his co-workers to look around, and they didn't know what happened to the tire or anything. So I asked him, what are you going to do? He said, if you pay half, I'll pay half. I said, sir, nothing was wrong with my tire. It was just the rim that was supposed to be repaired, but he gave me another tire. So I took the car to Mavis to find out what the price of the tire would be. And the lady, she gave me a printout, very nice. She came out and looked at the tire. She said, that's hearsay, but she wrote everything down for me.
Do you have that with you?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and give me what you've got here for me to see. And Mr. Jones, can you tell me what happened?
Yeah, I can tell you what happened. What happened, the customer had a cracked rim. I had to send it out to the fabricator to fix the rim.
Do you send it away with the tire on it, or you separate it?
No, I separate it.
Who separates it, you or someone else?
My technician.
And then what do you do with the tire?
Put it to the side.
Okay.
When the rim is ready, put the tire back on and we test it. Once we tested it, I later found out from my technician it had a hole in the side. I have a guy that cleans up, so he discarded all the bad tires. So without telling her, I gave her a tire on my own, no extra cost.
You know how that's always happening? Where the tire store just gives you a tire on their own, no extra cost?
Rare.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Who does that?
So when you take your car in for a new tire, does it have to be the same brand as the other 3?
I think so. You should have the same brand.
What do you say?
I think if you're driving a sports car and you really care about the look, maybe, but if you're rolling around in a minivan, probably doesn't matter to me.
Would anybody notice that it's Goodyear versus Firestone or whatever?
Probably, yes.
Really? Okay, going inside the courtroom.
I have yet to meet anyone who finds out that some stranger needs a tire and gives it to her. It sounds like you were hoping that the lady wouldn't notice. That was a Uniroyal, and I had 4 Firestones. Sounds like she knew her cars. Certainly her tires. It's kind of weird. Don't you think it's weird?
Yeah, it was my fault, Your Honor, for not explaining to her that if she hit a pothole after she bent and cracked the rim, 9 times out of 10, the tire was going to be no good. So,
Is it your fault because you forgot to explain that to her?
Yes.
Or is it that it's not 9 times out of 10 the tire's not going to be any good? Because it sounds like, how long have you been in business?
3 years.
3 years. If something happens 9 times out of 10, you might know it already.
Yeah.
And you might say it to her. Or if you forget to say it to her, you say it to her later. Let me tell you the one thing I'm having a hard time swallowing. I forgot to tell her, so I gave her a free tire. Because in all of my life, nobody in your business has ever given me a free tire. Ms. Nelson, I'm going to find in your favor in the amount of the $263.83. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, the judge has found for the plaintiff. She just doesn't believe people do that, what you did. What do you think?
I mean, I was disappointed in the verdict, but as long as she's happy, I'm happy.
Why did you give her a new tire?
Well,
I mean the tire, without charging her.
Well, I felt like because it wasn't explained what was damage after the rim was, cracked,
You mean because you hadn't told her that she was going to
Yeah.
need a new tire, you felt guilty?
Yeah,
You
and
told
that's
her it's
why-
going to cost her $80?
And that's why I offered her half on the new tire for the, the mishap.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that. Maybe you've been too nice. What you think?
Yeah.
Okay, you must sign a few documents out there. Here comes Miss Nelson. Well, I give it to you. You are a stickler. You wanted that tire, right? The same brand.
I wanted
no
the same
other
brand.
tire.
I wanted the same brand. He gave me a 2014. My tires were 2016.
Yep.
Also, when I took it to Mavis Tire, the tire is dry rotted.
It is.
It is dry rotted. So he didn't give me a new tire. He gave me a 2014 tire.
An inferior tire.
Yes,
It was
and
a
I had
bad tire.
and I had a 2016 tire.
Well, congratulations for sticking to your guns.
Thank
okay?
you.
Thank you very much. Hope you're happy. Harvey, what do you think?
Look, I mean, this is a good lesson. You have to be totally honest with the judge or you blow your credibility.